Good afternoon. I want to thank you for joining us. And yes, you are here for South Bend Community School Corporation's Showcase of Schools. And today we are showcasing Navarre Middle School, which is a part of the South Bend Empowerment Zone. And I would like to begin by inviting one of our talented young men, one of our students, Mr. Trayvon Wallace.
Hi, my name is Trayvon Wallace. I am an eighth grader at Navar Middle School, and I haven't felt my experience being bad this year at Navar Middle School. It has been last year. It has been rough and it was not put together. This year, however, I felt more put in, and I am more involved in the academics and sports. In a second, I'm going to turn it over to my principal, Mr. Boyd. He is going to tell you a little bit more about the school, and I've trusted my staff more. Equality, growth mindset, accountability, quality learning, academic focus, and focus with their service. This is my principal, Mr. Boyd, telling you more about Navarre Middle School.
Thank you, Trayvon. That was phenomenal. We are proud of our children at Navarre Middle School, and Trayvon kind of exemplifies the things that we hold true and important in the South Bend Empowerment Zone. Our why, the purpose of today is not just to tell you all the great things that are happening at Navarre Middle School, what we call Jaguar Nation, but it's also to tell you why we're here, our personal journey and our story. I'm at Navarre Middle School because the children that walk those halls, the children that live, not only children, but families that live on the west side, they look like my children. They look like my nephews, my nieces, my cousins. In fact, I went to a middle school very similar to Navarre Middle School. Those attributes make this a very personal mission, one that I take with great pride, with great attention, with great enthusiasm, and very personal anytime we talk about Navarre Middle School and the children, families, adults, staff that make part of this environment. Navarre Middle School is structured to be a part of a community that has wrapped itself a part of everything that we do. Our vision is about eliminating academic and social emotional opportunities. We want to cultivate what we believe already lives in all of our children, the greatness. We want our children to confidently pursue their dreams. We want them to pursue those dreams not only here in our city, but to have the confidence to pursue those dreams in our nation and around this world. Our empowerment zone here in Navarre Middle School, we believe that if we nurture the body, the mind, the spirit of our children, that we not only will be able to harness their greatness, but we will harness the power that is collectively united in our community so that we can transform Navarre throughout the entire West Side. This vision and mission that we hold dear, that encompasses all that we do in the Empowerment Zone and Navarre Middle School, is very unique. In fact, our staff is very unique and a staff that I'm very proud of. Our staff diversity has doubled and in some ways tripled from that of last year. 17% of our staff is Latino or Latina. That is more than double what was there last year. 49% of our staff is Black, African American. 33% of our staff is male, and 17, almost 18% of our staff is bilingual. That is more than triple what we had this previous year. We've made great efforts to diversify our staff and make sure that the children are seeing and engaging with adults that look like them, that live near them, can communicate not only with them academically, but in the grocery store, at church, and with mom and dad. That was very important for us. So as we begin to really talk about the uniqueness of Navarre Middle School, the uniqueness of Jaguar Nation, I'm going to ask that a few of our team members, a few of our Jaguars, our adult Jaguars, come and share bits and pieces about what helps make Navarre Middle School a choice you should have for your child this upcoming school year. Mr. Rivera?
Hello, my name is Savina Rivera, School Coach and Community Engagement Coordinator with the South Bend Empowerment Zone in Navarre Middle School. I'm here today to express why you should consider Navarre Middle School as an option, and as well as all the number of things that we offer here at Navarre Middle School that are second to none. So I mentioned the South Bend Empowerment Zone and School Coach Community Engagement. I know that's a mouthful, but with that said, this opportunity is an additional layer to be able to support and assist our families, our staff, to be the best version of themselves. Aquí estoy, mi nombre es Sabino Rivera, soy coordinador de comunitaria pública y programas de la Escuela de Navar. Y hoy estamos hablando un poco de qué es lo que estamos haciendo en las escuelas de Navar y por qué tienen que hacerle caso de estas noticias. Estamos enfocando en el desarrollo de emocionalmente, socialmente de sus estudiantes. So we're focusing a lot on social emotional development for our families, as well as our staff. In particular, something that we're offering are our peace builders, something that has it's definitely a trailblazing opportunity. We have staff in our buildings that interact with our students on a daily basis. We have virtually and in person when we were in person. And we're focusing on how to make them find their skills, be the best individual that they can be. We're highly focused on restorative justice and bringing that individual back, not chastising, not saying, hey, we're going to suspend or we're going to move the student out for the other, but to bring them back, to be that individual that they deserve to be in all situations. Because most times, or many times, a lot of times, students are misunderstood. And we're here to understand them culturally and connect with our students. And we're doing so by having that representation with our staff, with our administration, and the folks who work with your children every day. That's one thing I can say that Navarre Middle School is second to none. Estamos enfocando mucho de conectar con sus familias, especialmente sus estudiantes, porque nosotros estamos representando físicamente, porque tenemos gente en sus escuelas que sí hablan en español, que vienen de su cultura, que han tenido estas experiencias y sí entienden a ustedes en todos modos. Y eso es algo que la Escuela de Navarre están haciendo, que ellos son muy exitosos en esta manera. Tenemos posiciones aquí en nuestras escuelas que se llama Peace Builders. Esas son personas designadas a interactuar con sus estudiantes en el modo de académicamente, sobre sus emociones, socialmente, para crecer de nuevo, para ayudar a ser exitosos en sus escuelas, en sus clases. Porque hay mucho que está pasando aparte, que está dentro de la escuela, pero también en la casa. Eso es lo que estamos ofreciendo. Si uno ocupa de recibir ayuda en su casa, sí mandamos gente allí. Sí estamos siguiendo las reglas de COVID, pero sí estamos ayudando en un espacio virtualmente, pero también afuera de la casa o cuando podemos juntar con los estudiantes para ayudarlos en todos modos a ser la persona más bien. So all that to say, these are things that are going above and beyond, connecting with our families in a virtual space, in a physical space, being able to help them on those things that are outside those four walls that we call school, but to be able to help them with potentially resources, connect them with their emotions, and allow them to be successful and be the best version of themselves. That's something that we would say that has been practiced since day one here at Navarre Middle School, and we're getting better at it every day. And you can tell by the experience that one of our students just made mention to. He can literally see the difference. We see every day our students tell us, I can tell the difference that's happening here in Jaguar Nation. And it allows us to be successful because we see you not only as staff, but even more so as family members, because they look at us, they see that we know that that experience and that we're having it with them. We've had a plethora of events that we've been offering for our families specifically to make sure that they are included in all that we do. Examples of this are our brain breaks that we have every day between classes. We have physical outlets for our students. We offer social and emotional, restorative justice circles that we're offering for our students. We had several movie nights that were out of town. We actually brought and established a whole drive-in movie night that we had for our families. We recently just gave out over 160 fully cooked Thanksgiving meals to our families. We're doing home visits. We're connecting with our families above and beyond, not just to make sure that the students' academic experience is well, but the whole family, especially during this pandemic, is doing well. It's something that we find is very important with us, and that we can't expect a student to be able to do well academically if they're not taken well care of at home. And déjeme terminar con eso rapidito. Es algo que nosotros estamos diciendo más y más cada día para ayudar a nuestras familias. Estamos no más enfocando en lo que está pasando adentro de la clase, pero también lo que está pasando en la casa. Siempre estamos llamando a nuestras familias, conectando con nuestras familias, ayudando aparte de lo académico, pero los recursos que ocupan para que toda la familia están apoyados en todo, porque cuando toda la familia está apoyada, cuando toda la familia están seguros, todos están comiendo, todos los biles están pagados, y eso es cuando el estudiante puede ser más exitoso en la clase. And finally, I'm going to end off with a number of community partnerships that we have, and one of our assistant principals, Melanie Hackett's actually going to touch base on that, and I'll leave that to her.
Thank you, Mr. Rivera, and thank you, Jaguar Nation. I'm Melanie Hackett, one of our assistant principals here. But like he shared, some of our community partnerships, what I call them a few of our success-making partnerships. We have some with Notre Dame. We have the IUSB ICANN Leadership Program. We have connections with 100 Black men. But more importantly, we want everybody to know that Jaguar Nation is learning. We pride ourselves in striving to be an academic institution. We want to be somewhere where we know that excellence, academic excellence, happens here. We have done quite a few things to adapt and meet the needs of our kids in intentional ways. With academics, we know that this is not an ideal environment, but we work really, really, really hard to ensure that we're going to meet our needs, meet the needs of our kids, no matter if they're here or if they're online. So one unique thing we have is our e-learning schedule. We made our schedule so that it meets the needs of our kids. We have intentional instructional blocks. We start our day at 10 a.m. live on Focus because one, we want our kids to start their day with us. One, we're going to keep learning. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep our connections there. Another big thing that we've done, we've established kind of a house system. It's a way for our kids to, one, be connected. And we know here in Jaguar Nation that in middle school, when children feel connected to their school environment, they do better. And with our house concept that we have here, we have the Cobalt House, the Royal House, the Navy House, and the Sapphire House. And each teacher acts as a house coach, and they have a small group that they kind of check in on. So the kids have more people that can hone in and support them and meet them where they are and give them support no matter if they're in the building or online, and that's really important. The biggest thing is we want to be known for learning and connectedness, because we work really hard to meet the needs of our children. And one way, honestly, I can show you better than I can tell you. So definitely, if you have your phones out, open up your app store, Google Play Store, and search Navarre Middle School and download our app. It's another way that we want our families and our students to stay connected to what's happening in Jaguar Nation, learning opportunities, events, whatever we need. We want our community to be involved, but it's important to definitely download our app, stay connected, and I want our other assistant principal, Mr. Dillon, to share a little bit more about what we have going on showing Jaguar Pride.
Thank you, Mrs. Hackett. I'm Sean Dillon, one of the assistant principals here at Navarre Middle School. And I just want to talk briefly. The reason why I love what I do here at Navarre is, first and foremost, I come from a family of educators. And I love making an impact and giving to students. And I want to make a memory for them that will last a lifetime. Here at Navarre, we are located in the heart of the West Side. We absolutely love our students and families from the West Side, and originally I'm not even from here, but it definitely makes me feel at home. Part of our Jaguar Nation, our motto here is 100% effort 100% of the time. And all of our staff, students, administration live by that. We're all in every way and never stop. I also would like to talk about a couple extra things that make Navarre special. Our athletic program. We have amazing coaches and players. We have basketball, girls and boys, baseball, softball, track, cross country, girls and boys soccer. And just so you know, we are the back-to-back city champions in boys basketball. So we're looking for a three-peat this year, and we hope we can get it done. One thing that's very important here is our cultural responsive PBIS. And I would like to show you one of the biggest things we have is Jaguar Pride. Jaguar Pride. So our pride for our PBIS stands for prepared, respect, integrity, determination, and excellence. And again, at the bottom, you see 100% effort 100% of the time. Now, one of the biggest things we have for our PBIS is our PBIS store. We offer everything for the students to buy. So how it works is teachers, staff, administration would be able to reward our students based on living by our motto, pride, to get points. Once our students save enough points, they can buy candy bars, hot Cheetos, Takis, you name it, Gatorades, Powerades, we have it all here. You can even buy Jaguar t-shirts. But one of the biggest prizes that we have is you get to pie an administrator in the face. And fortunately, about 2 weeks ago, that was me. And last week, I got to play the Bean Boozled Challenge against two of our amazing Jaguar students. So check us out on Facebook. One last thing. Anybody in South Bend can come to Navarre. You live all over the city, don't worry. Please come to Navarre. We're here for you. And remember, as I always say, it's a great day to be a Jaguar. And here's Mr. Boyd back.
Thank you, Mr. Dillon. Appreciate you sharing what Jaguar Pride is and how we work to connect our children into the environment, which is really important. We want all of our children to feel a part of what we are building. After all, They are the reasons why we are here. You are the reason that we exist. Please know that all of our efforts, the end result is your children. We want our children, our students, to have the opportunities, the skills, the ability to pursue dreams, whether they are in this city, our nation, and our world. Our instructional capacity is growing. It's one that we are working every single day to make certain we're the best version of ourselves to provide that best version for you. So as Mrs. Hackett said, we are an academic institution and we take that very serious. Our instruction evolves. Our instruction is designed to grab attention. And yes, what good is a curriculum if it doesn't reflect the children that are walking the halls? So just like all the other schools with social studies and science and Project Lead the Way, we have those STEM-based activities, but what we've done is we've gone a step further. And I'm really proud to be able to share about our adaptive curriculums around our Ready Math, our iReady. But I can also go a step further than that because we have opportunities at Navarre that I can tell you no other school in this city or in this area has some of the opportunities that we've crafted specifically for the children in our own backyard. We have new courses this year, like Africano Studies. It's one of a kind for middle school, Africano Studies. We have a Chicano Studies, which is something we're also very proud of. Personal finance that all 7th and 8th graders take. And one of my favorites is our Young Entrepreneurial Program. And yes, the goal of that is for 8th graders to leave Navarre Middle School with their own business plan in hand. That's right. We want to grow and develop young entrepreneurs because we have some wonderful, beautifully creative minds that just need some guidance. So 8th graders have the opportunity to walk away from Navarre with the business plan. 8th graders also have the opportunity to walk away with high school credit. We've developed and continuing to develop our academic sequence so that if you are a 6th grader, there's an opportunity for you to start in pre-algebra and to leave as an 8th grader taking geometry and earning that high school credit before you leave. College and career readiness is a course that stands alone. And every day through Focus, like you heard Mrs. Hackett mention, every day we visit another academic institution around our country. Our predominantly mainstream universities, as well as our HBCUs. We highlight them every day at 10 o'clock for students. We travel somewhere new. That's because we are cultivating minds. We're cultivating the greatness that already exists. We have vision and a passion to make certain our children have all the tools they need to pursue their dreams. So with that said, I invite you to check us out. I invite you to download that app. Download that app. Open up that app store and search for Navarre Middle School. Navarre Middle School. I also ask that you check out the pictures we feature. You might see some 8th graders from this previous year touring Harvard University. We want our children to know that you can go from Navarre to Harvard, Notre Dame, or somewhere you desire. One more person is going to come to this screen to make sure that all of our bilingual families, our Spanish-speaking families, know how to connect. If you want to attend Navarre Middle School, we want you to attend. And there's opportunities regardless of where you live. Download our app today.
Buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre es Ana Davison Hernández y soy la especialista bilingüe de aquí de la Escuela Navar. Voy a resumir hoy nada más los puntos importantes sobre la conversación que acaban de escuchar. Primeramente, les queremos dar las gracias por su apoyo y colaboración durante este año escolar tan difícil. Primero escucharon a un estudiante, a Trayvon. Él dio su perspectiva sobre su experiencia en la Navar este año comparado al año pasado y cómo él ha visto mejoras grandes en la escuela. Este año la Escuela Navar está muy feliz en decir que el personal de la Escuela Navar ha cambiado. Ahora tenemos el 17% de su personal que es latino, el 49% es afroamericano y el 33% son varones. Esto es diferente comparado a los años pasados. Además de eso, el 17% del personal es bilingüe. Estas son cifras que son mucho más altas a las del año pasado y obviamente queremos tener el apoyo para nuestras familias bilingües y nuestras familias latinas. La escuela también está muy enorgullecida en ofrecer deportes exitosos como el fútbol y el básquetbol en los que hemos sido ganadores los años pasados. Ahora sí, como escucharon al director Boyd, la Escuela Navar actualmente está ofreciendo un currículum y experiencias instruccionales del mejor nivel. La zona de empoderamiento ha invertido en estos currículos y con el uso del sistema iReady y MathReady han podido ayudar a cada estudiante en la zona de empoderamiento. La Escuela Navar también ofrece la oportunidad a los estudiantes de la posibilidad de participar en clases avanzadas para obtener créditos en la preparatoria. Clases como álgebra y geometría avanzada y también clases de preparación de carreras y estudios universitarios. La Escuela Navar ofrece clases únicas como estudios africanos y chicanos, finanzas personales y la oportunidad de asistir al viaje anual a la Universidad de Harvard para darles la oportunidad a nuestros estudiantes de ver cómo ellos también tienen la posibilidad de avanzar y de terminar en una escuela así. Nosotros ofrecemos un horario de aprendizaje virtual único. Tenemos todas las mañanas de 10 a 10 y media una junta de toda la escuela donde damos noticias, premios y buenas cosas que han pasado en la escuela cada semana. También ofrecemos sistemas en casa en donde los estudiantes tienen un entrenador que les ayuda con sus tareas diariamente. Tenemos conexiones en la comunidad como Notre Dame y IUSB y muchas más. Además de eso, solo para resumir, les quiero dar mi información de conexión. Yo soy la persona bilingüe de la Escuela Navar. Me llamo Ana Davison y mi número de teléfono es el 574-319-2849. Muchas gracias.